says that he's still looking at the cups that were spilled and lamenting and being very grieving over that. So instead of grieving, we are being invited to cleanse our soul and move through the threshold to the next great journey that awaits us. And there's one more card at the end. So
keep going. You said that exactly at the minute 44 with 44 seconds. So this is a good one.
Okay.
This is a good one. Give it to us, Alex.
So the last card, which is the Six of Pentacles, speaks about our compassion being the means through which we achieve great levels of not only empathy, but also prosperity. This dragon here is waiting for an old man. He's walking with a stick towards a very compassionate, beautiful dragon with a moon behind. And he's offering him these coins, which represent health, wellness, prosperity, stability, belonging. And there's this little girl with the dragon, and they're just celebrating these opportunities. So when we become this generous, when we become this compassionate, this open-hearted, this sensitive, this empathetic, we also become very prosperous. There's high opportunity for the giving and the receiving simultaneously. You and I have talked in the past about not being just givers or being just receivers, but being givers, receivers simultaneously, which is the best way to go. Some people just want to serve, so they attract a lot of people who just take, and the people who just take, become reckless in the taking.
You and I have been in those experiences. They take, and then they feel so angry that they took, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I made you lose all of those thousands of dollars. That's your fault, giver.
And then
giver is your fault for
trusting. Yeah, or you give, and then they change, they switch their gears to, no, you're not giving me, you owe me. Now you owe me. They get entitled,
That's why it's important to charge for your services. But we'll do another podcast about it. Carry on.
Yeah, and that I've always said one of the things I teach is givers sometimes marry takers, and this is very controversial for some people, because we've been taught in this community of, in this reality, even religiously, that giving is better than receiving. But how can you actually feel grateful and bless somebody else if you're not receiving as well? So I think heaven is full of people who give and receive simultaneously, and they share their talents and they share their visions and they create community, and everybody's benefiting at the same time. And that is absolutely beautiful. And the Six of Pentacles speaks about great balance between what we offer and what we are being offered, and honor both sides all the time. So there you go. This is part of what our soul is saying is a process of ascension at this time.
Wow. Okay. So I hope everybody was able to take notes from card 1 to card 7. It's like a full map. It's like a full map of what this podcast is about today. And I have so many notes. I know that I'm going to be in a call with Alex later on just to go over this. Wow. In a summary, everyone, be a good human. Be a good human. Do the things that used to be just coined as spiritual. What a good person it is. Right now, being a good human, it's what will save humanity. Doing what is right, going the extra mile, adding value. One of the things I love being a giver, but with reciprocity, not only a taker. I heard someone telling me last year, and that was like, just a core value thing that I knew that was not right. Telling me like, what's the problem? Someone losing money, $10,000 if they have 100,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. That lack of just awareness of value for other human beings, their money, their work, regardless if they have little or much, their soul, their existence here in the planet, that's really a spiritual disease. So I will recommend everyone to re-listen the podcast, to take notes, to go one by one with the messages that Alex said and see how it can translate in your life. Where can you bring more of this wisdom into your life? What you have to let go of from people, time, places, habits, beliefs, thoughts, associations. What does evolution and the ascension of humanity means for you individually, in your community, in your family, in the collective, and for the benefit of the whole? So, wow. Alex, I'll definitely have you back. I'm so honored that you were here sharing your wisdom. Just tell us again, where can people find you?
All right.
And also, I know you have a radio show. I know you offer a lot of free content too. That sometimes you offer free classes. So tell us a little bit about you so people can find you.
Yeah. So my Instagram is one of the places where you can find me easily, and it's just Alex Slucki, my name. And I still am endeavoring the construction of my profile for Tarot for the Soul. I'm going to start doing a lot more English-based material because, as you know, I'm also bilingual, and I've been focusing so much on the Latin American community, which is beautiful. And all my schools have been in Spanish up until now, but now I'm launching my same school in English. So you can contact me through Alex Slucki in my Instagram. That's the easiest. And I also have Facebook still and Telegram. But things are moving quickly. Just as I said last time when we talked about the tower and that there was going to be a lot of migration. And then 2 weeks later, what do you know? A lot of people migrating their social networks to other platforms. So that's changing still.
Every time you say something, honey, I feel this is going to happen in your life or something else. I just go like, oh, thanks. And I go get ready.
My God, so sweet.
My news come through you, not through the television. Those are the olds. The news come through you. So they can find you Instagram, Facebook, and you have music, you have books published. So I really recommend everyone just follow Alex. He's an incredible, incredible speaker too. We have had the opportunity to speak publicly on a mastermind once in Austin. So anyways, any last message for the community here?
Well, two things, if I may. One of them is literally a very happy news, which is in 1 week exactly, I'm launching my second children's book, Rainbow in the...
By the way, anybody that is listening to this podcast, he's launching his book. When he says that 1 week is because we're recording this in February. This in March. So you'll be able, we're futuring now, Sovereign Future. So you'll be able to see the new book of Alex, which is called what, love?
It's called Rainbow in the Land with No Time.
And is that in English or Spanish?
It's in English.
Oh, wonderful. And it'll be available in Amazon and everywhere.
Amazon. So if we're futuring correctly, it will already have been a bestseller by now.
Oh, cool. See, we're futuring. This is a cool thing about pre-recording podcasts. You can actually become a futurist.
Yeah, I love that. And the second one, in my Instagram profile, I have something that I would be my closing words. I published it already, but I hope you enjoyed it because it has to do with what came up in the cards, the heaven, the hell. The last publication says, today's mantra, there really are only 2 types of heaven and 2 types of hell. Namely, the experiences you create for others and the ones you create for yourself.
Oh, mic drop. And with that, wow, responsibility there. With that, we're going to close this episode, everyone. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Please leave us your comments. Ask us your questions. Tell us what topics would you wish me to bring to you. Share us. That's the only thing we ask. This continues to be a free podcast. I know a lot of people sell it or bring a lot of sponsors. I also was recommended to me to even join Patreon and a lot of services, but it is in my soul to continue this as a contribution venue. So please, we ask you just to share it, like it, comment, and ask us what you want to hear more of. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Sovereign Futures podcast. Adios.
Thank you for listening to the Sovereign Futures podcast. Be sure to subscribe to Sovereign Futures on your favorite podcast platform and share us with a friend. To learn more about how to design your desired futures, visit delaflorteachings.com/futuring to receive a Futuring Journey audio in English or in Spanish.